everybody, welcome back. Rooster here with you. Yeah, today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite place, New York City. First trip ever in there. So like I said, I had been at with Covenant, so I was somewhere within my first year, so probably 9 or 10 months experience, not very much. I knew, eventually one day my day was gonna come. So I emptied out of New Mexico, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and so it's the last place you expect to get a load of New York City, and it's out in the middle of the desert. But we had the old school Qualcomm, it's like beep, you look at it and it's like they got a load Santa Fe, New Mexico to Bronx, New York. I'm like, oh, here we go. So I picked it up, and what it was a load of fencing, like that they construction company, and then they put it on the side of the mountain. That you see the fences that run on the cliffs to keep the rocks from falling down in the roads, So it was going to a construction company in the Bronx, right? So I pick it up in Santa Fe, across the country. That's a pretty good haul there. Probably, I don't know, 1,800 miles or something. So it was a good load. So I get over there and make it to New Jersey. And now this is back in the day, man. We didn't have no GPS or Google Earth and satellites and all this fancy stuff where you can go down in there and find out where the hell you're going before you get there. All I had was my Rand McNally and a limited, whatever little city map that they have on Rand McNally, which is freaking useless for anything. And didn't have a New York City map, an actual street atlas at that time, which I did quickly acquire one after that. Anyway, so we go, so I called this, so I get over there, New Jersey, right, and I stop and I call the company, and he's like, yeah, just come over to the George Washington Bridge and get off the exit here. It's on Jerome, I think it was Jerome Avenue, if I remember right, something. Anyway, he's like, call me right when you come across the bridge, and I'll meet you at the bottom of the ramp with my construction pickup, and I'll take you back over here where we're at. So I'm like, alright, so I can't get too lost doing this. This should be easy. So anyway, on my way, about 10 minutes later, I get a call back on my cell phone. It's the freaking owner of the company. And he's just like, this guy has like an accent, like an East Coast accent or something. I could hardly understand him, but he's like, my guy doesn't need to meet you, I'll give you the directions, and it's real easy. You can't get lost. We don't need to do that. And I'm like, well, wouldn't it just be easier, because I've never been in New York before or anything, like, it would just be easier if I just, no, you don't need it, you don't know. So, alright, dude. So what I do, he's like, blah, give you directions. Like I said, I can only about half understand what the guy's saying. I'm trying to, jot this down here, and it's whatever I could pick up out of whatever he was saying. And so I get there, alright, so I get off, the exit and everything, and then as soon as I get to the bottom of the ramp, it just, I thought he said turn right here or something, and I made one wrong turn, man, and it was over, man. And like I remember I went down, turn right, and down in here, and realized that I realized that I had made a mistake, right? So I made a right turn down another street, and there's a freaking 12-foot bridge sitting in front of me. So I'm like, oh shit. So backed up through the intersection, went back, made it, and this is in freaking New York City, so I mean, it's not that easy to maneuver around cars everywhere and everything. But backed, and I backed up, turned around, went back, and I still like was trying to. I was in the, you know, in the vicinity of where I needed to be, and then I went down a mile, I turned left, and like, I called. This guy kept calling me on my phone over and over. Where you at? Where you at? You know, I told him, I'm like, dude, I told you, man. I was like, I don't know where the hell I'm at, really. I was like, I'm down here on this street or that. No, man, you're not right, you know. And, so I'm like, at one point, I parked my truck and I got out, started walking around, like, asking people, like, where this street was and stuff. And, man, you're trying to get people in New York City to know where they're at. It's just, like, I was on the street, even, like, I found the street that I was looking for, literally on the street, and I would ask people, and they'd be like, I don't know where that street is. I'm like, really? It's, like, right there, dude. We're on that street right now. That's what. So that didn't work out. And, I just round and round and round. This went on for like 2 hours, man. I'm just trying to drive in circles and everything, and this guy keeps trying to give me directions, and I have no, like I said, I have no maps or nothing, so I have just no idea what's going on, what he's talking about, you know. So anyway, the long story short, in the end, finally, the dude decides to send out his guy in the pickup to come get me. So they tell me where, you know, I finally was able to describe to him where I was, and the guy came in the pickup and found me, and we went back, and turns out the whole time that I got off the ramp where I turned, I guess, and I should have just went like right under, because literally they were under the freeway. Like, they had where the freeway was when overhead, they were down below under there. That's where their company was, like literally under the freeway. Why he could have just made it a whole lot simpler. That's all I had to do. So then, to get back out is where finally I'm like, alright, so I go to get out, I come out thinking that, of course, at this point I have no idea where I'm going. So I'm thinking to go back out like the same way that I came, and to head back to the interstate. So I get out back, and nope, it's freaking one way exit, like right there. You can't get back on the interstate. I'm like, and here I am just like on this road in the middle of the Bronx, and I'm like, oh shit. And so there I go again, man. They do the same way, back up, pull up, back up, turn around, wait, and I just went straight back up the other direction all the way until I got to, and then all of a sudden this road dead ends, and next thing I know I'm entering onto a parkway, and now I'm like, oh, because you know that is in New York and New Jersey, you know, that's highly illegal. You can't be on the parkways. I mean, then there's like freaking 11-foot bridges everywhere, so you ain't gonna make it far. And now I'm just like, what am I gonna do? And so next thing you know, here comes the NYPD. Pull up right next to me. I roll down the window. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get a ticket or something, man. I'm like, I'm supposed to be out here, like, freaking out, dude. I'm like so nerve-wracked, and this guy's like, there's two of them, and the guy in the passenger seat, he's like, are you lost, driver? I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, well, where are you trying to go? I said, man, I just want to get on the freeway and get back to New Jersey. He said, I don't care. Just put me on a highway and I can get to New Jersey. That's all. Like, I don't care. Just get me on a highway. That's all. It's like, just get me on a highway. I don't even care, man. Well, where are you going? I just want to go to New Jersey. I said, all right. He's like, well, follow me. Turns on the lights. Going out through, following him like that, back through the city, man. Just right through the lights and everything. And he gave me an escort, and got back to the ramp to get back on the freeway over to New Jersey. He's like, there you go. I'm like, see ya, man. And I'm like, man, what a day. That was crazy, man. And yeah, so after that, I bought myself at least a road atlas, or a New York detailed street map that I kept with me. And I did return to New York City several more times in the coming years, and but never had any more too much issues like that time, man. So that was my baptism into the big city, man, the Big Apple. All right, catch y'all later.